Guys, I'll come back. Allow me start immediately. So guys, if you're muting, I mean, if you're joining, kindly mute. You're disorganizing us. Okay, so I'm going to look at this sales budget, production budget. This is the same thing I've been doing, but this one has for raw materials, it has more than two. And the other thing is that the products are more than two. So I feel if they're going to bring any number, maybe on this, they're likely to bring this one here, rather than what we were discussing earlier. So that's why I want to give emphasis to this one. Okay, I know we already have it, but for us to say, it's the only question I have regarding this. If you have any other, maybe you can share with us. We try that one. But I was thinking of trying out this one since it's the one that I have here now. Okay, so just to still repeat what we discussed earlier, the production budget in units and production cost. This very same thing, that you can't do production budget in units before you do the sales budget. Sales budget is first, production comes in, and then for production cost budget, I'm saying that you can't have it as a single budget alone. Okay, it's a combination of the items that fall under production, and those are the raw materials, variable cost, and labor. Okay, Mariam, you can ask a question. Mariam, you put up your hand. You can ask a question. Okay. So back to this. This is a question. It's a standard question, actually. So they want you to prepare a sales budget, production budget, raw material budget. Okay, so this order here is a constant. Even if they skip sales budget, if they told you you prepare a labor cost budget, I can assure you, you need the sales budget and the production budget to prepare a labor cost budget. Okay, so always prepare them. So let me start with the sales budget, which is the easiest, as I have been telling you. Okay, the sales budget looks at sales budget looks at the products that you're referring to. Okay, so the products, then it looks at the units. So in this case, I'll have my products here, products. Then it looks at units that you're selling off. It looks at the selling price of each unit, and then the sales, just like earlier. The difference is that the arrangement will always be changing depending on the data that you have, but it should reflect the entire information that you need. Okay, so here I need my work to be arranged in such a way, and the reason is because you want to have your products, okay, then units, selling price to get the total sales. Okay, so the products are many. So we had cooking oil, I have tea leaves, and then the last one, you can also check it. The last one is soap. We're interested in the sales, so you're looking out for sales here. You say that Mafuta factory produces 3 products, okay, and they've given you the products, they give you the budgeted sales, they've even given you the selling price. So you bring them the way they are, but maybe what's changing or the new thing is that now you have the total sales. Okay, can you please show us how to pay data budget, cash budget? Okay, I can't show you all these because I didn't prepare for them. Not because maybe I don't know them, but just we have limited time, so I only cover what I'm supposed to share with you. Okay, I prepare, but I'll give a highlight. Okay. So let me first finish this. For those asking for other things. So you have soap, 15,000. Selling price is 195. Then you have 3,000, 6,000. Then you get the product. Okay, units times selling price. So this will be your sales budget. Okay, but then you go to the next thing, which is the production budget. Okay, and I want to emphasize that this is in units. Okay, production budget, like I already told you, it looks out for what you actually produced. Okay, and so it's dependent on the sales. However, since there are three products, the arrangement just changes also still. Okay. You don't have your products arranged in this way. Okay. Then you bring your sales, what you sold, and these are units, like I already said. So you're bringing these ones here. Okay, they're saying this is what you sold. Okay, but the stock remaining, so you have to add back the closing stock. Why budgeting becomes easy is you even know the format, even not looking at the information, you know what you expect. And if information is not given, you don't have to do anything, just leave space. Okay. So then you can look out for closing and opening stock or finished goods. Okay, what was produced. So you come and look for it. Say that the following data is as provided. So you have opening stock and closing stock. Okay. So the opening stock for cooking oil is 300 and closing is 300 cooking oil. 300 is the closing stock, then 300 is the opening stock. Okay. Then tea leaves 150, 150. Then soap, you have 207. Closing. Closing is 760. And 200. Like I said, in this case, opening is the negative, or it's what you subtract. So make sure it's negative in case you don't sell less. And what you have here is units produced, your production. Okay. And to emphasize is that one budget feeds into another. Okay, so you saw sales, we use something for production, and now production, we're going to use it for raw material, which was the next requirement. Okay, raw material. And you can't find raw material cost without determining the raw material usage. So you need raw material usage first, or you call it utilization. Okay. Here we're looking at how many units do we use in producing this. So for the units, as you will see the required bit, okay, the required wants you to, they're saying you have two products or two raw materials, sorry. Okay, so okay. So your worksheet must always reflect what you're looking for. Okay. So you're saying you have materials here. It is the A and the B. Those are the raw materials you're looking at. Okay. So the products involved, you have cooking oil. Just bring them here and there. Okay. So you want to know how many units. Okay. So I'll just bring the units attaching and just bring them here alongside the figures or the words. Okay. So for tea leaves, the units are producing actually 3,000. Then for soap, we are producing 6,560. Okay, so you're asking yourself, how many units of each raw material are you going to use? Okay, and the information will always be given. Okay, so you can go and check on the information. Here they say that materials required to produce the above products as follows. So you have opening and closing stock for raw materials. Okay, that's not our interest right now. Our interest is how have we been using these raw materials. So they say that kgs per unit of product, okay, is as follows. This information means that we're using, for material A, we're using 36 kgs to produce a single unit of cooking oil. Okay, then we're using 36 kgs of material A to produce a single unit of tea leaves. So basically that's the information. Now what we do is we want to know how many units do we produce of the product. We're saying we produced 18,000 for cooking oil. Those were the units we produced. And we're saying how much is a single unit, or how much are we spending on a single unit? We're spending 36 kgs on a single unit. Therefore, the total will be 36 times the 18,000. Okay. So if I may show you that, what I've just said, we're saying for material A, as far as cooking oil is concerned, it is 36 for a single unit times the number of units that you produced, which are 18,000. That's what you have as far as cooking oil and material A is concerned. You can look at another item or another line on the data. We can try out something on random. Let's say B. Okay. Okay, let's try out something this side of soap, maybe. Okay, B for soap. Okay. So soap, we're saying, as far as material B is concerned, we're spending 30 kgs of material B to make 1 unit of soap. Okay. So shall come and try to use that information. Okay, this is material B, and this is soap. We're saying that for a single unit of soap, we're spending 30 kgs. Now, how about 3560? 6560 kgs, I mean units. Means we're going to spend 30, which is for a single unit, times the 6560 units. Okay. That's what we have for soap as far as material B is concerned. Okay, so that's how we're supposed to go about this. Okay, I can now look at, can now go line by line. So line by line, material A alone. Let's first finish material A alone. So material A, we're saying for tea leaves, we need 36 units for a single unit of kg of 36 kgs for a single unit of tea leaves. Come on, we see 36. Material A, 36. Okay, for a single unit of tea leaves, and units in tea leaves are 3,000. Right? Then we do the other one, which is, I think, is soap. For soap, they said it is 24. Okay, so using 24 kgs of material A, okay, 24 kgs of material A for a single unit, but we are producing over 6,560. Okay, so I'm going to material B. Material B says that for cooking oil, you need 18 kgs for a single unit. 18. Okay, material B, cooking oil, you need 18 kgs per single unit. You need the 18,000. Respond to, pardon, the one for tea leaves. Okay, you follow with the one I'm going to do now, which is material B. Okay, file. So material B, yeah, material B, we're saying for tea leaves, we have 12 units of kgs of material B. We're using them to make 1 unit of tea leaves. So we come and say material B, we need 12 kgs for a single unit of tea leaves. How many units of tea leaves are we producing? 3,000. Hence 12 times 3,000. I hope you have understood what you've just done. Okay, but if it's not clear yet, still you can tell me. Just go back. I do what you really want. Okay, so this is how we get the usage material that we used in producing the products, and we get the totals. Therefore, okay, total. So these are the material that we used in total. So material used. So just emphasize these are still units. Let me put instead of kgs, I'll say kgs. These are units. So the next thing is to determine the cost of these raw materials. How many did you actually buy? Okay, and that's where the opening and the closing stock comes in. Okay, we need to borrow this information, small part. Okay, in this case, this cost, not usage. Okay, material cost. So for raw material cost, to borrow from this material used, okay, saying materials used. For A used 91, actually 913. Then for B it's 556. This is what we used. So ask ourselves, did we have anything left after using this? And if there was, is there anything that we began with? So what did we actually buy? Okay, what they call material cost or material purchase. Let's say material purchase. Material purchase, stroke cost. Okay, if I attach the cost first, I'll just get the material purchased. Or attach the cost. Okay, so material purchased. We're saying that we had the closing stock. Closing stock, then you have opening stock. So the same way, you add the closing stock and deduct opening stock. You can go and check the information shared. Okay. Here it was given, they say that the opening stock in kgs you have 18,000 for material A. Then the opening is 15,000. Okay. Closing is 18. Closing is 15. The network is poor today. I prefer that you mute. I mean, you just chat. Okay, so mute and chat. I'll see your message, please. Okay, then closing stock for material B. Closing is 3,000. Then opening is 15. Okay, so this will be now kgs purchased or material purchased. Still fine. Okay. So where they want the cost, you know what you bought, so you just attach the cost that you incurred, and you can confirm from here. Okay. So here they say that standard prices and rates are as follows. Okay. So raw material A is at 2.16 per kg. So that's the cost of each kg. Material B is 4.86. Okay, so we can do that 4.86. Okay, these were the cost per unit. Okay, so therefore, the total cost incurred in buying all these is as saying this what we bought times the price of each will be your answer. Okay. I thought purchase budget we use the total material used times. Yes, it depends. If they ask for raw material purchased budget, yeah, it has two. There's when you have purchase cost and when you have purchased units. Okay, so Zoom user, I hope we're clear that you first determine the materials purchased in terms of kgs and units. Then after determining the materials purchased, which you've just done here, this step here, this, where we said you had material used plus closing minus opening. What you get is what they call material purchased. Okay, then you attach the cost per unit to get the total cost now. That is if they ask for raw material cost budget or material purchased budget. Okay, so otherwise, for raw material, for purchases, they can be in terms of units, can be in terms of cost. And one thing is to another. You can't find cost without finding units first. Okay, so Zoom user, I hope I've answered you as far as that is concerned. Then cost per unit is good. Where please? It is given in the question. It is given in the question, FAO. If you check in the question, they said clearly that, okay, I will just refer to the question and show you. Check the question. Yeah, okay. You're trying to ask FAO. Cool, thanks. So guys, that's how we get the material purchase. So you can look at labor also and see how it looks like. Okay. To complete the question, here they asked for labor costs budget. For those who are asking for the debtors budget, is it cash budget, whatever, they're treated differently. You don't just come out of the blue and just treat them. Okay. The information they give you clearly helps you to make those budgets. So if I go to the labor cost budget, someone who asked for the production cost budget, this is how it comes about. That you're supposed to find the raw material cost budget, and then you find the labor cost budget, and then you find the production overhead cost budget. The three make the production cost budget. Okay. So labor cost budget. Still for labor cost budget, now this one is dependent on the number of units that they are produced still. Okay. They said if you check this information, they say that direct labor. Okay, here you use 24 hours. Okay, here I think they forgot to put stroke hours. Okay, because this information reflects material and labor. So they should have said maybe kg stroke hours per unit. Okay. Otherwise, this is direct labor hours 24. They make a single unit of cooking oil. 36, single unit of tea leaves. 36 again, single unit of soap. So let's see how we can reflect that in our budget. Okay, let me not go very far and stick this one here. So assuming we have here our labor cost budget. Now for labor cost budget, you must first begin with the labor hours used or utilized budget. Okay, you need it. So this is the information. These are the products. Okay. Now from the product, you're saying how many do you produce units? So the units produced remain the same. They come from the production budget. Here you have 18,000. Then you have 3,000. And you have 6,560. Okay. All production budgets, all items there, the direct material, overheads, what? They all originate from the production budget. Okay. So you know the units that you produce, then you know the hours attached. Now we're saying hours used per unit. Hours used per unit. For cooking oil, we say that it was 24. Okay. And this was 36. This was 36. Okay. Those are the hours used for each single product. So meaning that our total hours now, total hours utilized or used, it is this times that. Okay. 24 is for a single unit, then times 18, which is the number of units produced. All right. So this will give us total hours used. Okay. I can't see where you're writing, please. Oh, really? Oh, but I've shared the screen. You guys kindly confirm, but I've shared the screen. You may want to check again because I think everybody's seeing my screen and where I'm writing. It's an Excel. Okay, so hours used are these. So if they want the labor cost, okay, you just attach the prices. Now let me put here stroke so I don't do another budget. Used stroke cost budget. Okay, so I just put the figures here. So here you bring and attach the rates. How much is a single hour? It's a single hour. You can refer to the information that we have. Okay, they say standard prices here. Direct labor hour, it is 6.6, sorry, Uganda shilling per kg, but I think it's supposed to be per labor hour. Okay, it's supposed to be per hour. And 6.6 is the rate. So you come and put 6.6. 6.6. 6.6. Okay, so officially, total cost, total labor cost that you're incurring under cooking oil is the number of hours spent on cooking oil times the rate per hour. Okay, something for tea leaves and something for those others. Okay, that's how we get the labor budget. Okay, we're seeing it here also. So I can also do the last budget, which is the overhead. Okay. Production overhead budget. Still, like I already said, it's always dependent on the budget, on the production budget in terms of units. So otherwise here they say that you have the variable and the fixed. Okay, but these ones are dependent on labor hours. Okay, remember under overheads allocation, under ABC and traditional costing, the way you would allocate costs would depend. They will tell you what to use. So here they're using labor hours. Okay, so shall use labor hours to produce this budget. So you have variable and fixed. Okay, so you can go there and see. Okay, so we're saying we want to use this information here for labor hours to make a fixed budget. So overhead, production, overhead, budget. Okay, they said we're using hours. So in using hours, you shall come and say hours utilized. Utilized. For cooking oil, we have these. Okay. total hours utilized. Okay, those are hours. So they're giving us information, and then they're saying that you see for the variable production overheads, what you're going to do is you're going to get the 4.62 and multiply it by the labor hour. Okay, so variable is 4.6. Come and put 4.6. Okay, all throughout. So meaning that our total variable overhead cost is the rate times the number of hours spent. Okay. This is how much you spent in form of variable. Then we also have fixed overhead. For the fixed overhead, they're saying that the rate, let me just refer to it. Fixed, I said that the rate is 1.62 per labor hour. Okay, so you come and put 1.62. Okay, so it's the same rate everywhere. Okay, so meaning that our total fixed cost, total fixed overhead is still hours. Okay, the hours utilized times the rate. Okay, hours utilized times the rate. Okay, so if I want my total production overhead, I'll add my total variable plus the total fixed. So I'll end up having my total overhead production. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can raise them now regarding this part. Officially, I'm done with this. I want us to look at flexing out the budget where you're given two budget figures or two budget sets, okay, at different levels. And I'll use the one that has a percentage so that you just have a feel of how it feels. If you don't have any questions, I request that we take a break of 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minutes, then we resume with the flex budget.